Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and some exciting footage because I've got for you the first gameplay of Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars Battlefront 2. First of all, I want to give a huge shout out to Dice and Ben for providing me with this footage because I'm actually in San Francisco right now for an EA event that I will be able to talk a little bit more about later, but you can refer to this tweet to know roughly what I'm doing there, so it's not related directly to Battlefront 2 or any specific game, but it's something that I thought was worth doing, although I missed the launch of The Chosen One, which is a shame, but I really appreciate them being able to provide me with at least a little bit of arcade footage to put up now that the patch is live, so that you guys can still get a chance to see how Anakin Skywalker works in Battlefront 2 and how his different abilities work. But before I leave you with the gameplay, I wanted to talk about the 4 different abilities again and discuss a little bit on how they work here in the game. Just to be clear, all the gameplay you see here is without any star cards, so this is kind of how all the abilities work as default. If we start off with Passionate Strike, this ability may not be the best one to show off in arcade simply because it's supposed to break an opponent's guard and deal extra damage, and well, everyone here will die from one Passionate Strike because they're just normal AI. So you can at least get a good glimpse of how it actually looks, which is pretty much like in the movie, and it's obviously gonna be a lot better to show in Heroes vs Villains, and I don't know if I will be able to get any footage of Anakin in Heroes vs Villains because, like I said, I am in San Francisco right now, but I will try to do it from my laptop if possible, if I have time and however good the internet connection at the hotel is. But Passionate Strike, it looks like this, pretty simple really. But then we get on to the actual abilities that do shine in arcade as well. So first of all, we have Heroic Impact. This is an ability where you basically kind of huddle down and channel the force while everyone is shooting at you, and the more you hold it down and the more damage you take, the bigger the radius becomes, as you can see with the actual white outline growing bigger. But keep in mind that you do take 90% less damage while you're doing this, so no one's gonna run up to you and shoot you in the face with the Vanguard and instantly kill you. It will still probably do a dent, but you will also fully charge your ability if they do that, so it's kind of up to them, and I don't think anyone who's clever will actually run up and shoot you with the Vanguard. But you can see how big of a radius it does have here, and like they said in the community transmission, the minimum it deals is 100 to heroes and 130 to non-heroes, so that's pretty much if you don't charge it at all, but it can do up to 400 damage in total, and the radius increases by 1 meter for every 50 damage that Anakin takes before the damage reduction is taken into account. So if someone shoots you with the Vanguard at point blank range, which does almost 300 damage, that's pretty much 6 meters increase, and I don't know what the max range is though. They haven't said anything about that, so I'm not entirely sure, but one thing is for sure, that this ability does have a large radius, so I think it's gonna come in very handy. And in Galactic Assault, I mean, just jump in there and use it. People will still shoot you. I know you're not supposed to do that, but just as a reflex, most people will shoot you. It's a bit the same as when you're blocking with Yoda and you charge up his Unleash. People still shoot you because it's kind of a reflex, you know, to shoot at an enemy. So I think this ability will be incredibly good. If we then move on to his third ability, Pull Dominance, an ability that deals 70 damage to heroes and 100 to non-heroes. So that is a little bit more than Kylo Ren's. Based on just the look of the kind of cone that you see whenever you use it, it seems to have roughly the same range as Kylo Ren's, maybe a little bit smaller, it's hard to say. But I think this one will obviously be pretty good to combo. Just use this one and then right after start charging up your Heroic Might ability, and they will kind of panic and probably try to shoot you, and bam, they're all dead pretty much. So I think that can be a pretty good combo. I'm not sure if you can use Pull Dominance while you are actually in the air, like you can do with Kylo Ren's ability. Based on the animation, I would guess no, but I would need to test this myself because, like I said, they provided me with this footage and I haven't actually played Anakin myself. And then if we move on to his fourth ability, we have Retribution, and this is the bar you can see charging up at the bottom of the 4 abilities, and once it's fully charged up, and it does charge up whenever you deal damage, whenever you take damage, or whenever one of your teammates take damage, you can then unleash that by force choking everyone in a 360 area of effect around you. And look at the range of this ability. I think this might be the biggest like radius that any hero ability in the game has. It's incredible how far away some of these stormtroopers are that Anakin is choking in this clip. So imagine being able to use this in like a Galactic Assault capture area or something like that. And you also take 90% less damage while you're doing this ability, which means that you're gonna be a tank. The ability does deal 100 damage over time to heroes and 150 to non-heroes, so that means that you will actually be able to kill quite a few people with it. Considering that, well, if you're not boosted, everyone except the heavies will die from it, which means you can get some sick multi-kills with, and I'm extremely excited to see what kind of clips people will get. If you do get any cool clips with Anakin, make sure that you submit them to my top 5 plays, as I would love to do an Anakin top 5 plays special. And I mean, if you combine this by like instantly using the heroic might afterwards, everyone will die. You don't really need to charge up the heroic might, since it does 130 base damage plus the 150 here. Most people will die, or at least non-heroes will die, so I think this combo might work out pretty well. Other than that, what I can mention of course is that his lightsaber deals 140 base damage and 40 plus from behind, which means that if you do hit a normal trooper from behind, you will kill them if they are not boosted or if they are not a heavy. So that's pretty good, but I think 140 base damage does make sense if you're coming up from the front of someone. But I do get the feeling that some other heroes do get a lot of their kills with the lightsabers, but with Anakin having 4 abilities, all of which are really powerful, I think he's probably gonna get a lot of his kills in Galactic Assault from his abilities, to be honest, and not so much from the lightsaber. In terms of which star cards you should use, obviously I haven't tested it, but my guess is that for Galactic Assault you kind of always want the health on kill card and increased maximum health. And other than that, I would guess that you should probably get any of the heroic might or pull dominance cards. Whether you want increased radius or damage, hard to say, and the community transmission didn't give us the actual number, so the question is if any of those star cards kind of makes the ability one shot while it previously did not one shot. I think that's when it actually becomes really helpful, and that's what you gotta look into when you're actually testing it out. Versus in Heroes vs Villains, I can imagine that the Passionate Strike cooldown reduction is going to be super helpful, since obviously you will be able to slash through people's block, which I think is going to be pretty neat. And something I'm looking forward to is seeing Anakin force choking Darth Vader with his Retribution ability, because that's gonna feel kind of wrong but also really cool, especially if he says that line at the same time, "I will not give in to you ever," while he's force choking him, something like that. But yeah, I think that's really all I've got for you now. Like I said, I'm unfortunately away right now, so I won't be able to stream any Anakin, but I'm happy I was able to get you guys this footage, and I will do my best to potentially try to play from my laptop. Otherwise, you can expect tons of Anakin streams once I get home, as obviously I will be a bit behind on my leveling and so on. But I hope you guys enjoy playing as Anakin today. The patch should be live right now on PC while this video is up, and then Xbox and PS4 shortly after that. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.